Laerdal Medical was kind enough to let me interview their newest hire. It's MamaAnne. Let's talk about her. Welcome to this episode of This Old Manikin. I'm your host, David Shotblock, and today we've got Shane Peddle from Laerdal Medical as well as MamaAnne. Welcome to the episode.
Thanks, David, for having me here. I'm a fan of the show, and I'm really excited about MamaAnne and what she's going to do to birthing outcomes and solutions to come.
Well, that's awesome. So let's get into that. What if I had to nail you down on three things you're excited about for this? What are those three things? Hit me with that top three.
Let me see. Top three. I love how easy she is to use. Okay. I love the latches. I love how easy everything just comes together.
So it just works.
Yeah, it's just way easier to get into the mannequin, get the baby loaded, and just being able to perform to get to my learning objectives. And I'm saying learning objectives way too much. No. But
maybe number two.
Number two, the realism. We're gone to a silicone base. When this baby is coming out, like even when we load it, it's not automatically crowning anymore. We're able to see those first couple pushes. The motors have changed, so that we can actually get more precise movement with the baby during the birthing process to make it even more realistic.
Awesome.
And we're going to see that come up here now soon.
Very cool. And then number three.
Number three, I'm a fan favorite of Moulage.
Yeah, you know I am.
Standing in the room with Mr. Moulage. I really like applying blood, especially when it comes to like the Joint Commission and our accreditation standards. When PPH
there will be blood.
So I really like that there's flexible options for a clean bleed mat. And we can actually then have an internal bleed, an external bleed, and really be able to really get that trigger to get our practitioners to respond.
So great. So that's your top three. So let's really get into her and show some more of what makes her great. So the biggest thing I see is she can close her eyes. Just from the stand across the room, she can close her eyes now.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And you're not the only one saying that. We've had clients come and talk to us, and you know what? We're listening, and we hear you. And when MamaAnne, the process was done, she had to be able to close her eyes.
Yep.
But not only that, we're able to see blinking.
Yep.
We're able to get pupillar response, so we can shine a light in and see how everything is responding. And then we're also going into eclamptic conditions where we can actually make your eyes seize and full body seizure.
Eyes seize.
Yeah.
Wow,
so
I see that.
Yeah, we can see that happening right here.
Oh, nice.
And now
so now we have the seizure. Yeah.
And I really like that because, in previous versions or, in some simulators, the seizure can almost look like hypothermia.
Yeah.
But now just this pupil.
Shaking.
Yeah. And now with the eyelid response, we're able to get real good triggers to get the practitioners and learners to be able to activate their treatment algorithms.
That level of consciousness indicators that really in the real world, that's what we use. Is all of those LOC indicators. Right.
Totally.
All right. So what else we got?
Yeah. So as we're moving down, and before we get into the big obstetrical pieces, but I mean, when we're moving on down, we still have carotid pulses. We have silicone skins, nice and durable and thick. We have ECG posts. We have our carotid pulses.
Glad we didn't lose the ECGs. That was important to me.
Yeah, and these are just able for your real clinical devices to actually apply so that you've got your ECG coming up there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. So lung sounds, heart sounds, that's all normal. This one here is as well able to defibrillate.
Good.
So that we can use it as not only an obstetrical mannequin, but it could be a maternal death situation.
Correct.
Or we can just use her as a adult female patient in cardiac arrest or requiring some kind of electro, therapy.
It's good to have options. That's great. Pulse points.
Pulse points.
Tell me we're by that now. Bilateral.
Bilateral.
Okay,
We're
good.
on both sides. There's no longer saying, okay, left side only for this and right side for this, but bilateral radial pulses, bilateral brachial pulses.
Bilateral IVs, I see, which is the other one had.
And these are pre-ported.
Yeah.
So they're not pre-ported in the sense that you're just going to take your IV line and put it in. You're actually going to insert an IV.
A real IV.
A real IV,
Okay.
and feel you'll feel the poke as it pokes through the vein, and then you can actually just forward your cath and take out your needle. So it's the same as any kind of IV trainer, except the only thing is you're not selecting location.
Correct.
The
but
rest
I go
is the
through
same.
all of the procedure just like it, and I can infuse fluids,
Mhm.
and I can establish my IVs. That's cute.
Yeah, it's right behind her arm.
Yep.
As we've seen before with
Yes.
nursing and stimulators.
I love
we-
nursing and
We
simulators.
have these two ports right here. One's for
That's
blood
great.
pressure and one's the drain for your fluids coming from your IV.
Awesome.
David, you just found something really
What's that?
That is so you can look at her range of motion in her elbow is great. However, if you want to do birthing on all fours, this kind of range of motion kind of limits what you can do. So you can actually take her and you can lock her arms in.
Really?
Yeah. So you can feel
that's
that
cool.
it locks her
yeah.
elbow.
So if I need to do that different positioning, I'm not going to have her fighting me.
No, not at all. Yeah, you can lock in her on so that her arms are kept at that nice 90-degree angle to make her stable on the bed platform.
That's awesome. Awesome. So let's move down to the torso.
Yeah, so moving on down, we are going to see that the belly is it's a one hatch now.
There's no tabs.
There's nothing. There's nothing. There is one little tiny clip up here that I just push in on.
Okay. A little nice sound. I like that.
And then I have full access
Nice.
to loading the baby.
A good open window.
Yeah.
Nice.
Into the puck. So the baby is already loaded here. We'll take him out and load him again. And just to kind of show you that the hatch is just a quick.
Oh, so we don't have the little snaps you got to line up. You got to hit it now. None of the little tabs and
No, it's just
the
all
little
lines up.
Band-Aid that comes across. Yep.
Exactly.
Great.
And the modules are all built into the belly. So there's no
What do you mean?
under. Yeah. So if you've used our previous product, you've used Symptom,
Tons. Yeah.
you know, in order to get things to happen, you probably have to put another module.
Yeah, I got to put the ADM out. I got to put for the bleed. I got to put the tank in and things like that. I mean, you got to find it. It's in a bin somewhere. We got to get rid of it.
No.
Forget it. Okay,
No.
tell me about that.
We're containing everything inside the belly.
Real.
So our boggy uterus is already here. So
Really?
right now
Wow.
we're in a boggy state here now.
Oh, that's cool.
And we can actually feel it, and we can change our software, and now we can get it to tighten up to become more tight.
So I don't need to like align with a little pillow and then put the band. Oh,
No,
wow.
no.
That's
And here's another big feature that we added, Dave.
okay.
When she starts to have contractions, we have palpable contractions.
Real.
Just north of the belly button, we can actually feel palpable contractions.
Oh, that's
all the
huge.
bone.
Okay.
And feel them tighten and then feel them release.
This really is the next generation.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Cool.
it's all contained within
And that's the belly module that comes with it. Okay.
Yes. So this is, and there's going to be future renditions of this belly.
Okay.
Where we're going to include other maybe learning objectives or other focus points.
Features.
Or let's say in the future, 10 years from now, when obstetrical research changes and we have to design something else, it's no longer replacing the whole mannequin, it's just replacing the belly.
Okay. Yeah, I see the electrical connections and things like that. That's cool. Awesome. Things are very durable. Okay. All right. Well, let's see.
Yeah,
Show me more of the inside.
We'll kind of go down a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll go back down here a little bit to the
What's
left.
that?
We got another compartment here that we're working with, and this is for all of our internal fluid storage. So inside here, just get that clip, there we go. So inside here, we have our urine compartment right here. That's going to hold 375 mils of urine.
Okay.
And everything is on a clip-like structure. There's no screwing, there's no anything like that. So
It's the quick release.
yeah,
Love
the quick
those.
release.
Oh, yeah.
So then you
Okay.
feel this with your urine.
Let me see that. That's
Absolutely.
cool. That's nice.
And then underneath here, we have our 1.5 liter of blood.
Okay.
And again, just on a quick release system.
Nice.
It's on out, fill your blood, clean it out for storage.
Let's see that. Oh, it's got a little cabin. That is nice. You need to fill over with that. That's awesome.
Right. And just Just as easy. Drops right back in. Clips in. Urine. Clips in.
Huh.
Latch.
Oh,
Right side up.
hey, it works.
And this goes in. Just like that.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All right. Awesome.
And then on this side, there's an IM pad for oxytocin and cytotocin administration.
Oh, right on. Yeah. It just,
So that's right there. Right there.
Beautiful.
Ease of use, easy to come out, easy
Pops
to
right out.
Absolutely.
Okay. Beautiful.
And then just like our nursing and simulator, we're going to have our bilateral pedial pulses.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And we also have our bilateral femorals.
Wait, we have femorals.
Yeah, we have bilateral femorals.
Really? Okay. And they're not, in a weird place for me.
No, they actually feel a little bit more position correct. Now,
Correct.
Because, I mean, we always have hard times and increases in points to put a pulse.
Yeah.
Right? And also having people with fingers there and someone moving a leg
Correct.
might cause some damage to some people's fingers.
That's
or ruin a good finger pedicure.
As I say, that's one thing we don't think, but you have to think about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since Shane, but
Yep.
yeah. So let's get back onto that belly again.
All right, let's do it
and see what's going on there. All right. So again, it's pretty. I really like the
sound.
It almost sounds very futurist. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great.
And now we have a baby. And this is the puck.
Okay.
And this puck is the only thing that holds on to this baby.
So no more throne.
No more throne. No more cradle sitting.
You better lube. You better lube. And I love it. I use it. It's great.
And the other thing, there's no more shoulder dystocia cord.
Oh, the little,
Because he's got the
dental
clamp system. Yeah, he's got the clamp system that stays internal to mom. So when he or she, they deliver, there's nothing falsely attached anymore.
Oh.
So there's no.
We have to explain that away.
Yeah. No more suspension.
Why does it come out with dental floss?
Yeah. And another big improvement, and this is a little bit of a sidebar.
That looks way more real.
Is our lube.
Okay.
Lube has a new recipe.
Okay, so we got different lube. Awesome.
Yeah. And I've used this lube. I've used SimMom's lube.
Yep.
And the thing that I usually have to teach our simulation specialists is that there's always time for lube.
Yeah.
And if you ever have a doubt in your mind that if that number, more lube.
Yeah. Like with moulage, you can cure everything with blood and dirt. So more lube. Yep.
More
exactly.
lube. And then if you were 15 minutes, that lube starts to dry up.
It does.
So then having a little water squirted. So if you still have a SimMom and you're still using the old recipe, a little bit of squirter ball.
Yeah, it rehydrates. Yeah.
Rehydrates it, and then you don't
But
have
I've
to
done
use
so
so much.
then you go to push it, it's all gummied up and it doesn't work, and you got So you got to be cognizant of that. Got it. Okay, cool.
So with this lube, you're gonna get 5 or 6 births with one application.
Not 15 minutes.
Not 15 minutes. This lube, like I accidentally used this lube earlier because I thought it was. I have the smoothest hands.
That's great.
For the whole day.
That's awesome.
It's so good.
All right.
But the new recipe is great.
Good.
And it's going to be working great here. So yeah, here's the new baby.
Okay. Looks way more real.
Yeah. The weight is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, weighs way more.
It's not all from the head anymore, right?
Correct.
The weight is almost generous. I mean, he does feel heavy.
As real babies do.
As real babies do, but I find there's almost like a consistency of the weight, so now there is some nice torso weight to it as well.
Everybody will Pavlovianly support the head, as we all do.
Yeah. So then, so we have the baby, and then look how easy this slides out. Look.
So what's that?
There's a little.
That's your puck you're talking about. Oh.
So
okay.
with the MamaAnne, she's going to come with 2 pucks.
Okay.
All right. This puck is going to do your OP, so occiput anterior, baby's occiput anterior mom.
Oh, okay, got it. Anterior view,
Yeah. Also going to be an occiput posterior, an OP presentation.
So we got to make sure that we're turning in whichever way before we load like the old one and stuff.
Not at all.
What?
There's none of that.
That's the pop-up that comes up.
There's no more pop-ups, Shabby. No more pop-ups.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're going to load this baby the same way
every
for
time.
Those 3 presentations.
Really?
OA, shoulder dystocia.
Cool.
There's no more cable because these clamps in the software, we're telling the clamps to hold on to the baby.
Okay.
So we're going to get and again, going back to that, the motors and the precision that we can do with our birthing, we can get a fabulous turtle sign that we're going to see here now soon.
Real.
So just to give you another example, here's another puck.
Okay. So what's this do?
So that one's our breech puck.
Okay.
So that one here, it will then coordinate from the head.
Oh, that's why it's rounded, no clips. Okay.
Push the bum out.
Nice. Okay, that makes way more sense. So it'll go in, and it's just a quick release, just to drop it in.
Just drop it in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, give her a go there.
It's lighter than I thought. When you see it sitting there, it looks heavier, but yeah.
That's it.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it's got a little quick release here.
I mean, you see it, you know what it's for, you know how to use it. You don't even need to be trained on it.
No,
That's just what it does.
You just did a breach.
No.
Now I'm doing
Swap
either
it.
OP, OA, or
Quick
something.
swap.
So, yeah.
And that's awesome.
So that's another good thing. And then we probably need to zoom on in.
Oh, we will.
To come in and see this. But down here we have our placental pocket.
Okay.
So that's where the placenta. So there's no more the placenta getting caught up in motors.
Oh, I never know. Do I put it under this? Do I put it over there? Where do I put it? And then wrap the cord? And
And then all of a sudden this gets jammed up.
Exactly.
Somewhere.
Yes.
They designed a pocket that goes down deeper than the actual mechanism, so that this then holds down into here.
Oh, that's
until
awesome.
ready for delivery of placental delivery.
Very nice. That's cool.
For loading the baby, so you got this baby here. He's got the nice curvature in the back. That's really
better.
Yeah. And so he's going to go knees to the chest and head first. Now, right now, I have a little bit of a nuchal cord going on. And so you still have lots of length in the umbilical cord because, you know.
And the cut place.
And the cut place. That's very important. Cut, plan, cut. And there's no more of that cradle, but what he does, he just...
Wow, that was easy.
He's done.
That's cool.
He's done. And then for my birthing process, I just clip my belly back on.
Nice.
Good to go.
Beautiful.
So we could actually birth him, or birth the baby.
The baby, yep.
And be loaded and back up again. I think we can time this, but I'm thinking in like 10, 12 seconds.
So it's rapid fire and all that. But so this is for just delivering the baby. What do we have to swap out for the postpartum hemorrhage?
That's a great question because I know that's
a lot of parts. It's a lot of hokey pokey.
Okay, guys, you guys go over there in the corner. While I set this up, look at the green. Don't mind the guy behind the green screen, right?
We're going to do newborn assessment, and we'll come back in.
Yeah. So remember when I was talking about my second favorite thing was
that's right,
bleeding.
Yeah, you did say something was better about it.
Flexible bleeding. So I can go right from birth to bleeding without changing a thing because I have a clean bleed method.
Wait, the ADM doesn't have to come out?
Nothing has to come out. I can go right from birth.
Because I know you said you got the tank, but I figured there's some stuff.
Yeah, well, you know what? Remember I said I was really excited about the tank?
Yeah.
Because I only said there's 1.5 liters.
Well, yeah.
In that tank. That's not going to do. That's going to do one scenario.
Well, exactly.
But with the bleeding flexibility, I can carry up to 5 liters externally.
My Lord.
So I can fill this up with blood. This is now feeding into her. I can use my 1.5 for my internal tank. I got 5 liters being backed up right here. And then my clean bleed mat could then show another couple liters.
What? So limbs and things.
Right, here we go.
That's a fun partnership. We love them.
With Laerdal, we have partnered with Limbs and Things, not only for Sin Mom, but now with our new MamaAnne.
Okay.
So we have all came together and caused this clean bleed mat.
Like the clean bleed.
Yeah, so you have that right here. Now, you might recognize the clean bleed mat. You have an external pump. It pumps blood in, and then you can hit a reverse, and it pumps blood out.
Yeah.
With this solution, we're actually taking the blood from Mom, and she's pushing the blood out from her internal or external.
So it's a real partnership. Okay, good.
And so now what we can do is from the software, birth to bleed, we can now...
you can clean bleed mat from the software.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we can actually see that. And we'll do it.
We'll do that.
We'll do a close-up of that.
Deliver first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
So that's the postpartum hemorrhage. We'll talk about that before we make a big mess. Show me what that looks like. So like you said, the biggest thing I notice is that we're not crowning right now. It's not automatically, I'm going to check the mom. Oh, we're having a baby all of a sudden. You can actually delay that and make that scenario longer and more real.
And just get that really, that really good assessment before having to concentrate and see crowning happening.
Beautiful.
Because soon as crowning happens, a lot of our learners focus here.
Correct.
Forget about mom.
Well, yeah, we used to do that with the scenario with emergency medicine. That was the perfect reason to then make her pass away. Mm-hmm. But then her eyes didn't close, and it was always weird. Oh, this is great. This is great. I love it.
So we can actually start this process. And of course, with our EFM and everything, we're having a contraction right here. So we can, I know. All right, breathe, and push. And with her initial contractions, we'll see the perineum.
I can actually see pulsating. Like I can actually see, because, it said it on the other one, but it wasn't that evident, but I can actually see pulsation. And okay. And now we're definitely crowning.
Yep. So
but even right now, it's not like the super crown. It's I can see. But it's more, this is great.
And again, if you were to go a little bit more internal with some hands-on, you can actually go in and actually start to get, position a baby using suture lines in the fontanelles to tell what position that they are in. And we're just waiting for another contraction. Okay, nice breaths. And when you're ready to push, my love, you go ahead. So I can also feel palpable contractions. I can feel tightening up here.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So it's nice and tight.
That's awesome. She's full. And that, because earlier it was definitely boggy. And now
there she is. So that was the beginning of the contraction. Now we're having a contraction. And now you're starting to see the nice bulging of the fontanelles.
Yeah.
And, my background is in paramedicine.
Same.
So I have seen some births in here. We're getting a lovely view of the baby coming there now. And it almost like triggered me I've seen like this looks so real because we're moved to the silicone. The perineum here is so flexible, but so forgiving for that baby coming through.
Like a real human.
Like a real human, that it will, it has great longevity.
Okay, good.
This is not a consumable part.
Mm-hmm. I noticed that. I was looking at how much,
This is a part that will do births and births and births and
she's ready for us.
I can here we go. Okay, a little bit of I'm just supporting the head a little bit. Look at that. And here is our restitution happening right now.
Yeah.
So the baby is just turning here now. There you go. And just, you can still feel it's a pretty strong contraction. Now she's relaxing.
Yeah.
And I can feel that all up here. I'm not spending my time, because what do I tell a lot of my practitioners? Don't treat the patient by the monitor.
Oh, exactly. You have to treat the patient.
So this is my EFM now. As a paramedic, I never had an EFM. Now, all of you that have EFMs, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. But right now, I can just do what I used to do back in the truck I can start to feel her contraction. I can say, okay, you can feel that too, can't you? Yeah. You can feel that contraction. Yeah, like I can feel it right now. Okay, here it comes. Here's the next one.
Push.
Our good push. Here it is. And now you should get a big push. There it is. Yeah, big push, big push, big push. There you go. I'm just helping the baby out a little tiny bit here, Mom. Just making sure the shoulders are delivering. And okay, good. That was a good push. Just hold up there. Okay. Then we're going to have one more contraction, and then we're going to have a big push. And then it's going to be all done, Mom. So here she's resting. So
there's a retraction.
This is her uterus relaxing and allowing the baby to have some movement. So again, I have the ability now to suction the mouth and nose if I wanted to, just to make free of that. We have a recipe book, and I'm sure you have lots of moulage techniques on how to create meconium.
Yes.
I've even seen people. That's a big push. There it is. Yeah, I can feel the contraction. Good. Push, 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 push. Good job. And there you go. Good job, Mom. Baby's out. And there we go.
And then we warm, dry, stimulate.
Warm, dry, stimulate, and up to Mom.
And up to Mom.
And up to Mom, skin to skin.
Yeah.
Now we can do, assessment.
Yeah.
Check.
Check vitals, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. That was really nice.
So what I'd like to do right now is just let's say that was the learning objective.
Yep.
We're done.
Oh, we're done.
We got someone waiting right at our door now.
Okay.
To come in and do another one.
Show me how quick.
All right, you got a stopwatch?
No, I don't. But
and we'd also have
we'll
also have placental delivery,
obviously.
Yeah, and then we can always go under here. I'm just going to assist my placental delivery. So I'm going to put my placenta back down into the puck. And again, I'm going to do OP this time. It goes in the same way.
That's
But I mean,
and we're not ready for that. We're not used to that.
No, we're not.
We have to outthink what it's supposed to do.
Yeah. So there we go. Clip.
But you didn't lube it again.
I didn't because he's that new recipe.
New recipe. Oh,
Jesus.
It is. Jeez.
Oh, and there we go.
Yeah.
So we'd go into our software.
So we didn't have to take the top down on the thing and then lube and then do it. Wow. That's.
So I'm just trying to get those clips into the bottom here.
Yep.
There we go. I think it's mostly because my hands are so lubed.
Right. The recipe's too good.
And we're now ready for another birth.
Wow, that was quick.
I really like that ease of use and the fast fire.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because I do hear from our clients that sometimes they have 10 groups to go.
Yeah. Oh, crank. It's a big deal. All right, so we're set up for the next birth. You showed how quick it was to swap it out. But the next group at the door said, oh, we didn't know they've already been through delivery.
Oh, they've already got the check off.
But they didn't do the PPH one. So show me how quick I can flip from being ready for a birth into the PPH.
Awesome. Yeah. So if it's birth to bleed, then we have it set up right.
Okay.
If we're just going to go right into PPH kind of learning objectives, we can always take her back out again.
Puck came out quick.
Yeah. So I'm just
I'll take that. That's fine.
And then I can take my baby out. The baby's great.
Okay.
We can throw that puck back in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We can just have a little spot for it right there.
Oh, helps put it in the right way. There we go.
Okay. So then we'll close up.
Because we don't want to lose it.
All right, there we go. So now we have our baby out, baby's birth, and looking good. Apgar scores are good.
Hand her off to a B.
And all of a sudden, while we are assessing the baby, mom starts to say that she feels some wetness.
Okay.
She starts to feel, I don't feel so good.
Okay.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
And instead of having to switch out anything, we can go right into a bleed by using this clean bleed mat.
Okay.
So this clean bleed mat is going to use that internal reservoir to feed the blood out. And then if we still need more or have to repeat that cycle, there's that 5-liter external bag for blood. And we can just start to see that bleed process.
Beautiful.
Here we go.
And since we know we have other learners out of there, can I just disconnect this to get back to clean sheets? Or if I purchase another mat, I can have more mats ready just to swap. That's great. Because
there you go. You can actually see.
Oh, wow. There it is. Yeah.
You can actually see this. And it's so easy to clean. You can just take out this white liner, replace another white liner, or just rinse out this white liner.
So I can open this, remove it, and do that. I don't have to get the whole new clean. That's huge. I see. I thought we had to do the whole hokey pokey and turn ourselves around.
And then if you wanted to, while this one's gone to get clean, I can run another PPH again, but now using the internal and then using my internal bleeding uterus, which will be found right here.
Okay.
So this is our internal bleeding.
That's like the old one with the, okay, where I have to pump it into the green and
And so this one here, again, is a quick clip in. Take out the baby and stuff, of course. And this will be a quick clip in.
And I can load that with some clots if I want to, and make up some clots, some silicone.
Yeah, you just put it on.
I did that. Yeah, I did that all the time. Pack it in with clots, and then the blood just kind of, when we clean, you just find it all.
I wouldn't expect anything.
Exactly. So that's cool.
Yeah. So you can see there's the blood coming through the mat.
Yeah.
And is able to get the practitioners to start triggering their treatment algorithms for PPH.
That's awesome. That's a whole lot of features. That's great.
So the other thing that's really cool about this one as well is the retained placenta. Has changed. Because I don't know if any of our listeners and viewers out there have done the retained placenta where they're using that suction thing to put suction on.
I've done that.
That's no more anymore. We're gone to magnets.
Oh.
So here is my placenta.
So not the plug anymore.
Yeah. And here's the retained piece. It looks way more realistic.
Yeah, it does.
It has a nice feel, and it's just held in place by magnets. So there's no suction material. And then the reverse magnet for the retained piece is actually right here.
Oh, really?
Inside. So it just goes on the inside of this.
That's cool.
Yeah. So instead of using multiple modules, we're using the same module to get.
That's huge. Because then I don't have the buckets and buckets and buckets of tools and toys.
Or equipment list saying,
Yes.
okay, I need this.
Yep.
This. I need
Don't
this.
forget one thing. Like I remember, the biggest thing is I love Sim Mom, but when I want to do postpartum hemorrhage, you know what I would always forget, and it killed the case? The little clip under that tank.
Oh,
I'd load it in and I'd forget that little clip.
Yeah.
And then we go
You're
to
not
make
alone.
it bleed. Oh yeah, we go to make it bleed. And then of course my educators are looking at me, what's wrong?
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
What's wrong? All right.
A physical clip I forgot to unclip.
Yeah,
Right.
those little details in life that get you.
And the other big important thing, of course, with PPH is the tonicity or the tonic or
Yeah.
atonic of the uterus.
Yeah.
So with that same birthing belly,
Mhm.
I'm able to get a tonic uterus and I can massage it.
Mhm.
Or I can get the boggy. I can get the boggy that I'm massaging
Yeah,
to make
yes.
tonic. Right?
Nice.
So bimanual massage, it will all work.
That's awesome. So this really was a ground up new build, but came from all the things that you all said you needed to see changed. And that made this new MamaAnne, right?
Correct.
That's great. Well, Shane, I thank you for being on. And is there anything else that you really think's important, or do we think we hit it all?
Well, and there was one thing.
Oh,
There's
tell
one
me.
thing. Yeah. So we talked about shoulder dystocia. We're
Yeah.
still loading it the same way, right?
Mhm.
There's now a sensor in her subpubic area here
Yeah.
that will measure pressure and direction to make sure that the practitioners are going in the right direction, depending on the shoulder of baby.
Oh, so it knows where the practitioner's putting its hands, and will it
And
react?
and direction of travel.
Really?
So if we're trying to dislodge,
It's almost
that-
like 3Gs where it can tell you where your hand placement is and how you're doing. It does that. That's huge.
And the other thing I forgot to mention as well is with the PPH, you can use your Jada
Okay.
or your Bakri
Okay. What are
in
those?
those therapies to stop the bleeding. So it's almost like
Oh, the expanding,
Mhm.
for lack of a better word, the medical description is the balloon that tamponades everything.
the tamponades inside the uterus,
Oh.
so that you can. It's kind of a solution until surgery or solution until.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine that had to do that, and that was a huge thing because so they can actually use their devices in there to tamponade that and
the
stop.
real clinical Bakri, the real
Wow.
clinical Jada, so that
That's
these people are getting
huge.
hands-on.
To actually use it
To actually
before they have to use it. Okay,
100%.
which is what we do at all that. So that's
Mhm.
great.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that is awesome. Well, I cannot say thank you enough to both Laerdal Medical and you for being on the episode and showing us, giving us a good rundown of the new MamaAnne. I hope you will contact your reps and take a look at her. She's really, really cool, and she will be starting to pop up around the world very, very soon. As I said before, this is Shane Peddle, and my name is David Shawblock, and we look forward to seeing you on future episodes of This Old Manikin. Thank you so much for watching.